Trust me.
It's Coffee Talk on FM 94.7 and AM 1450, and it's time for the Insider Report with Everett Hughes. Good morning, Everett.
Good morning, Doug, and how are we today?
I'm not doing badly. You know, I have a question for you. On Monday, I read a story about the fact that Walmart and another company are offering free tax service. And it's done by, I think H&R Block is doing one at another location or another big store, but I know Walmart's doing that sort of thing. Are you comfortable with that? I mean, where you've got free tax preparation going on, or is that good unless it's really complicated?
Well, what I'm not comfortable with is the complexity that is getting to lower and lower and lower down the food chain to the point where it's not that simple. I mean, for instance, the making work pay credit. There were people doing their own returns that just didn't know about the making work pay credit. They didn't get it. Okay? Mm-hmm. These were basically 1040EZ's level of complexity. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So how simple is it before you need an expert?
Well, they did say they did the 1040 easy.
Well, okay, but did they do it right?
I don't know.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Now, here's what I think.
Okay.
We know what happened when they got rid of all the good people down at KGO because they didn't want to pay for them.
We're talking about the radio station in San
Right,
Francisco.
but this is just an example.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a phrase came out of that here's what the public needs to understand. And I know economic disaster and yada yada, but Doug, I hate to say this, but if you want to pay peanuts, you get monkeys.
Well, what if you pay nothing?
Well, then you get even worse than a monkey.
Okay.
You get somebody that, I mean, what guarantee do they even have? You know, and now with the licensing stuff coming on, you know, I'm disturbed. I mean, the fact that you've brought this up has disturbed me because I've heard some ads on the radio and TV, and the more the software is becoming available, and the more everybody thinks they can do everything online and get everything without leaving wherever they're sitting, the more mistakes are being made. Now, we were in a seminar, and you remember Janet and I were both in the seminar, and we've talked about this together. The last 3 audits I've had, in the audit that she's in the middle of, every single one of those audits are from taxpayers who did their own tax return on TurboTax. And they did them incorrectly.
But if you feel that if somebody has got tax preparers that are doing it for free and they're just getting paid whatever, they may rush the job. In other words, everybody line up here. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, but Doug, it's even worse than that. Even if they don't rush the job, have they done it correctly?
Okay. In other words, the quality of the preparer.
What is the guarantee? And if it's wrong, do you go back to Walmart and ask, where's the tax preparer that did my return? If it's done incorrectly, where do you find the paid preparer that did your return?
Well, it's supposedly a company that does this at that site, but it's supposedly free. But I guess that's one way. Well, Walmart must pay them so they can get them in the building and you do your shopping while you get your taxes done or something.
Well, yeah, but once again, the Walmart guarantee. I'm not comfortable with that at all. But now, of course, listener land's going to say, well, you're just not comfortable with that, Everett, because you want the business. Well, you know what? I've been doing this show with you for a while, and I think you've heard me say repeatedly, whether I get the business or not, don't go out of state. Go to that guy that's going to represent you where you can walk in. My whole emphasis is on the level of service a taxpayer is going to get from whoever is preparing their tax return. And trust me, the free work at Walmart is not the level of service anybody really wants.
Gotcha. I can hear your phone ringing, so I know you're busy, and we're also almost out of time. So people can give you a ring at 533-4131 or go to your website.
EverettHughes.com.
Well, you have yourself a good week, and we'll talk to you next week.
You absolutely will, Doug.
All righty. Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's Everett Hughes.
Bye.